Today we dive deep into Unknown 9 Awakening, a debut game for Reflector Entertainment, which is a studio that has already expanded its universe through novels, comics, and even podcasts. And Unknown 9 Awakening is their first venture into video games. But did they succeed? Well, let's find out. Let's start off with what this game does the best. It's storytelling and world building. From the opening cutscenes, this game immerses you in a dense, lore-rich universe that revolves around the mysterious Unknown 9, a group of seemingly immortal beings that's said to have guided humanity throughout history. Competing factions like the Leap Year Society, who wish to share this knowledge for the betterment of humanity, and the Ascendants, who aim to use it for more exclusive purpose, create a compelling backdrop and philosophical conflict. And you take on the role of Haruna, a young questioner with a powerful connection to the Fold, a supernatural realm that holds forgotten knowledge and immense power. Haruna's personal journey is driven by revenge, but as the story unfolds, you'll quickly find yourself caught in a battle for the future of humanity's destiny. And while the overarching plot is captivating and sets up the potential for a larger franchise, the game struggles with its pacing. The opening hours are heavy with lore dumps, which can be overwhelming for players who aren't familiar with the Unknown 9 universe. That said, the narrative does pick up as the personal stakes for Haruna become cleared, and the voice acting adds emotional weight to the story. Chalotra shines as Haruna, balancing vulnerability and determination in a way that brings the character to life, making her an engaging protagonist to follow. But what's a well-crafted story without the gameplay to match? Unknown 9 Awakening is a third-person action-adventure game with a mix of combat, stealth, and exploration. And while it has some moments of brilliance, there's definitely room for improvement, and the game's combat system is where things start to get interesting. And at times, Haruna wields a unique set of supernatural abilities derived from her connection to the Fold, and these abilities help to manipulate enemies and the environment in a way that makes combat more dynamic than your average brawler. You can push and pull enemies telekinetically, or even possess them, turning foes into temporary allies, possessing them briefly to sow chaos, trigger environmental traps, or set up a chain of devastating attacks. And while the supernatural abilities are fun to play with, the game's hand-to-hand combat system is clunky and makes basic encounters feel frustrating. Haruna's physical attacks lack the fluidity and precision you expect from a modern action game. Enemies block a little too often, and there's a notable delay between the heavy attacks and their executions, making combat less satisfying the longer you engage with it. And the lock-on system also falters, often breaking mid-fight, leading to disorienting moments where you're swinging at thin air. This lack of polish in close-quarter combat is a noticeable downside. Exploration in Unknown 9 Awakening takes you across various beautiful design environments, from the sprawling city streets to tranquil forests and desert ruins. This game boasts some truly stunning visual moments. Unfortunately, the level design doesn't quite live up to the visual splendor. Most levels are linear, and while some offer opportunities for stealth or alternate paths, they feel like a throwback to earlier generations of gaming, reminiscent of Uncharted or The Last of Us in their predictability. And as you explore, you'll encounter collectibles and anomalies, which are crucial to unlocking new abilities through the game's skill tree system. And the skill tree allows you to improve Haruna's melee, stealth, and magical abilities. However, the progression system feels somewhat underwhelming, with most skills offering incremental improvements rather than game-changing upgrades. It's functional, but not particularly innovative. But one area where this game truly shines is in its stealth mechanics. Haruna's powers add depth to the stealth action, allowing you to approach combat encounters creatively. You can distract guards with noise, manipulate enemies into vulnerable positions, or sneak past altogether. These sequences add variety to the gameplay and often serve as a welcome break from the more frustrating combat moments. And in terms of puzzles, the game offers some light brain teasers, though they are not particularly challenging. They serve more like a palate cleanser between action sequences rather than a central feature. And visually, this game is a mixed bag. The environments are gorgeous, especially under dynamic lighting, and there's a clear attention to detail in the game's world design. But the game's technical performance leaves much to be desired, especially on the Steam Deck. Frame drops are common, especially during cutscenes and the more heavy action moments. And on the lower settings, the game's playable, but it's clear the optimization could use some work. And the camera also deserves a mention, not necessarily in a good way. In tight spaces, it's prone to getting stuck or failing to track the action properly. For me, Unknown 9 Awakening is a game with a lot of promise. Its world is rich with lore, characters are engaging, and the supernatural powers give the combat a unique edge. But for every moment where the game shines, there's another where the technical issues, clunky combat, and linear level designs hold it back. For me, this game's a 6.9 out of 10. And if you're a fan of narrative-driven games and can tolerate some rough edges, there's enjoyment to be found here. The lore is fascinating and Haruna's journey is compelling. But if you're someone looking for a more polished next-gen experience, then unfortunately I cannot recommend this game to you. If you've played this game, did you like it? Would you recommend it? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching till the end. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a great day.